turn 36. I did a couple of turns without recording, as there's been some new developments. My new king has taken over, the regent is gone. King Quintus the New. He is a commander who is inspiring and a shield bearer. So I'm excited about that. ThePurpleBullMoose is still working on expanding against his tribes, while I finished clearing and settling on my side, and I'm nearly ready to start developing these cities. I researched phalanx, and I think it's now time to present my spears to the moose. I don't need to keep it a secret, and in fact I'm quite happy for him to upgrade his warriors into axes. I got a one or two times ago I got a nice truce with the Scythians. They are now giving me tribute of 3.4 science per turn, which is actually quite useful to me. So I think, yeah, I don't see any reason to settle this city. It would be too dangerous, especially now that Egypt has their 4 laws. I'm sure they've already rushed out a light chariot, and more will be coming. But I think, I won't necessarily do this now, but I think just to demonstrate, if I put a bunch of units in these forests here, I can strongly disincentivize the moose from taking this city, at least make him force him to be cautious and build up an army, so I get more turns of tribute. I've got a bireme nearly ready, which will help stationing it here. So that's going to be my plan for the time being, I think. Aggressive pasturing in these woods. With the zone of control, it'll be difficult for him to get surrounds, especially in this region. Maybe I'll put a spear here as well. Yeah, and keep getting my science tribute from the Scythians. Aim for a peace if I can. My relationship's pretty good. So that's going to be, let me undo all of this. It's going to be my plan. And the other parts of why I like that plan are the commander. It's a military commander, but it's not as good directly in battle as, say, a hero has a more powerful ability in battle. A zealot has the ability to rush out lots of new units if you need to build lots of units, whereas the which are great if you're fighting an active conflict. The commander's main ability is everyone gets XP over time, which is great in a kind of Cold War standoff where you have lots of units. The more units the better, passively gaining XP. So I'm happy to create a standoff, and as Rome I should be able to have much higher military production than Egypt. I think he's going to have quality and I'm going to have quantity, and that's where the commander really shines, a standoff with quantity, because that quantity will slowly turn into quality as I get more and more upgrades. I'm going to focus a lot on ranger and shield bearer, standing in these woods, and if there ends up being a fight here, ranger will also be great, and his light chariots will have trouble dislodging me. I'll get a ship in the Mediterranean Sea, and since I settled earlier and I have champions, I should be able to outproduce him on ships here if he wants to compete. Oh, I realized I didn't realize this before. Autonomous rule, they never build units. I think I was mixing up autonomous rule with the Grand Vizier. The Grand Vizier can build units, autonomous rule won't. That's fine, as long as I keep building improvements in the city. And I realized, I was already building a rancher, and Zenobia is helping with the excellent charisma. I was thinking after that rancher is done, I want to move her to my champion's seat anyway. So, and in 2 turns, both that rancher will be done, the spearman will be done. I can move her over, then I can rush a second rancher and get Judaism, which will be a nice pickup, especially if this turns into a Cold War. So I think that will be part of my plan as well. I'm still going greedy on my core economic cities, these 5 cities. Well, the Barium's not so greedy, but I want 4 pearls total, 1 for each statesman city, and 1 to send to the family, which is fairly greedy. And I want to get these gem miner here to put in one of my patron's city. But then when the time comes, in the long run, I'm aiming for stirrups. When I get there, I might see if I have an opportunity to attack. But yeah, at that point, I hope to have barracks up, and I'll be able to reduce our horsemen out of even these back cities. But until then, I'm going to focus more on economy here. Okay. Let's see. I got an influence event. I connived there, and I influenced the patriarch of Roman paganism, who isn't all that happy with me, but he's 56 years old and ill. So I can either have him owe a favour to me and I become slothful, which would be terrible. Especially since I'm so young. Otherwise I can just get 2 discipline. Well, so of course, yeah, let's do that. Developing culture event in Scythian, which is my patron's capital. Now I think get culture, that's about 10% of the way to strong. Civics, I can get frugal traits, which would be nice. I can get 80 happiness in Scythia. I don't need the happiness because I get 2 happiness levels every culture upgrade. Civics would be nice. Frugal's good, but I can fish for a better virtue, a better strength. And the culture's going, well, it's 12 a turn. It's going to get better and better. I don't think I need the culture, so let's just go for the civics. Yeah, actually it's worth pointing out, yeah, I have shield bearer on my king, so every single one of my units will get 5% extra strength against ranged units, which is wonderful. The king, who's now leading this unit, will get double benefit from the shield bearer. Yeah, 10% from being the general, and then there should be I believe an extra 5% that's not shown here. So let's see, let's take this slinger. Yeah, there's very little damage there. I like that. Okay. His brother, Prince Faustus, can be a zealot or a judge. It's always nice to have more judge governors. He's got 2 wisdom. No traits yet. Let's see. What's my governor situation right now? Easier just to do it this way. I do already have judge options, but this one's not attractive. But yeah, I think I prefer judge here. I can help my state religion. I should do that. And oh yeah, I get a new strength for my king. farms and groves. I'm not going to have all that many farms. Herbalist it's nice, but not huge. Highlander would be amazing if there was lots of hills, but this is a very unhilly map. There's one hill there. Yeah, Highlander's not good here. So I think Heckler will be great. Every one of my units will get 10% extra strength against generals, and this specific unit will get, I believe, 35%. Okay. I do want to... What do I want to do? I wanted to... Oh yeah. The head of Zoroastrianism has plus 60 opinion. From me being Zoroastrian and it being the state religion. So if I do one successful influence, he'll be plus 100. And then I can use him to convert these families to Zoroastrianism, which will be great. And one nice thing about not focusing so much on laws, I have plenty of civics to do that kind of thing. So yeah, let's do that. Let's influence him. And then also he'll be able to do intercessions and things. Okay, I think I'll do all the rest of the details offline, but broadly speaking, I'll be upgrading some units, moving into these forests, maybe setting someone up on a hill here for vision. And any orders left over will be spent using my workers. Turn 37. No news on the Egyptian front. We finished. We just finished administration, I believe. We have the option to take up forestry, which we do want eventually, but I think my higher priorities are spoke-to-wheel mill drill, and I do want to get aristocracy before this legacy goes away. That border boost is time for the border boost, I think. So I think I can delay forestry. My research is excellent, so it won't take long to come back to this and get it if I wanted. I'll go for the free worker for now, which is less than one turn of research. And yeah, I sent one pearl to the Julius family, sent one to Salona. I need to decide whether I want a Byreme or... yeah, I was considering a second Fisher, but I can't get it yet. So I guess a Byreme for now. It'd be nice to get the second Fisher before the border boost comes, but it might not happen because it will take a while. I do want a round of slingers, but I can bring them out for my champion cities. I'll get a gems miner. That's extremely fast, and it will help my patron's opinion, which isn't so great. And yeah, I'll do the rest of this turn offline, I think. Regarding my positioning in these forests, I am going to assume that there will be moose axes coming along, so it might not be the best to put my spearmen in front. The spearmen exist more to as an offensive threat against his chariots. I noticed this warrior. I can give him guard 1, guard 2, and then later guard 3. And so he would be great for putting at the front of this column in the forest to soak up attacks from axes. So I think I'll do that. So, thinking about these warriors, I was trying to determine when facing up against axes, is it better to keep these as warriors or upgrade them to spearmen? Because, I mean, of course, on the one hand, spearmen have higher base strength, 5 base strength, that's a 25% increase over the warrior. On the other hand, the axeman has the anti-polearm promotion, which gives them an extra 25% strength against polearm units. And so the question is it better to have a weaker unit that axes don't have a bonus against, or a stronger unit that axes do have a bonus against? Actually, I think it's better to have the spears than the warriors. So upgrading the warrior to a spearman essentially increases the strength of the base strength of this unit by 25%, which then, multiplies with these promotions, because these are percents on top of the base strength. So there's plus 10% from guard 1, it gives 0.4 strength to the warrior, and 0.5 strength to the spearman on defense. So assuming I'm up against a otherwise completely unupgraded axeman, operating at 5 strength, then that plus 25% strength bonus against polearms is exactly the same as the 25% base strength increase that I would get from upgrading this to a spear. On the other hand, if the axe has some other bonuses, for instance, maybe it has fierce, that's plus 10% strength against infantry, then that plus 25% additional against polearms, that's additive with the 10%. And so the multiplicative bonus of the anti-polearm becomes less than plus 25%, the more and more additional bonuses are stacked on. Whereas since the upgrade to the spearman is a 25% increase to the base strength of the warrior, that's going to be multiplicative with any promotion bonuses. And so I think upgrading to the spearman, assuming his units are always going to have positive modifiers, I think upgrading to the spearman is a slight bonus against axes in most situations, and of course then it's a big bonus against slingers and chariots, both on offense and defense. So I think I'm not going to hesitate to upgrade these to spears. I think it would be a mistake to keep them as warriors, unless I was planning on upgrading to axes. But I can always make new axes. So yeah, I'm going to be happy, I think, upgrading these guys to spears. This guy is... So I'm going to get a lot of ranger promotions where I can find them to having these forests. This guy already has urban promotions, Besieger and Warden, which makes him very... Oh, let me just quickly declare... Oh, I can't even do that. Let's see. How much damage is it doing here? I can't really see. But it gets both the Warden and the yes. Oh, it says -9. Is it -9 because... Yeah, okay. -9. It's okay, it's not huge. But yeah, it's getting both the Warden and the Besieger upgrade bonuses for attacking from and into urban, which is really nice for threatening Moose if he attempts to advance into this side or this side. Okay. Yeah, having decided on that, I took back some of my warrior moves here in order to do a spear upgrade here. and upgrade my my leader's warrior to a spearman as well. And then I'll continue my advance into these forests. Okay, I'm ready to send this back. Turn 38. We've got 2 events where we're being asked for lots of money, about 500 each. We can't afford both, but one of them is the Patriarch of Zoroastrianism, making him endeared to us instead of just influenced, which is great because it's worth plus 80, and then we can still influence again later if we want to. And the alternatives are quite bad, so definitely let's do that. We've got lots of stone, so we could sell a bit of stone, but the iron's more valuable. No, we need the iron for units. I do want to make slingers as well, but yeah, there's plenty of stone. And my brother, he lost his amulet, and I could buy him a new one to make him endeared to me, which would be good, but I can't afford that. I'd have to sell 200 stone. I'm going to want it for lots of barracks, not too long from now. So I'm happy just to have him switch out some discipline for some courage. Do I want him to be cast? I guess I wouldn't want to be cast on my leader. I don't know how big a deal it is for some other random person in my family. Yeah, let's just say he gets by with that one. Thankfully, I was worried that all of my tech options that I wanted would come up this round, but I've been fortunate. Just one of them did. It turns out to be spoked wheel, so let's get that. And then I think I'll still put off mill drill a bit. I'll take aristocracy next. I do want to finish my legacy ambition, get border boosts, get an ambassador, and centralization will soon be worth 6 research because the capital is nearly strong. So I'm happy with that. Still no information about Egypt. I might pop out again if I have some spare orders, but for the time being I'm happy to continue posturing here. I quite like this. Also, this Scythian settlement becomes an encampment in 2 years, so as long as I can protect this for 3 years, it'll become a lot harder to take, and I think it will start developing stronger units. So I am tempted. When I have my ambassador, I'll be able to propose peace, and I have plenty of training for that. That'll be excellent. I'm tempted to do an influence mission. Maybe I should wait until I have more money. My bioreme is here. That's great. Let's see. A tactician would be wonderful. I don't have access to one. Promotions, promotions are wonderful on land units. On naval units, some of them are incredible. I don't have one that I really want right now. Amphibious would be nice for engaging in cross-interface combat. So yeah, let's do amphibious. Actually, just interested. Let's just I want to declare war so I can see the damage change that happens. Well, I'll do amphibious. I got maneuvers again. I want there's things like fire ship or grappling, which are really powerful. I wanted to get a scout here. So I was going to put Zenobia into this champion city to rush out this rancher and later barracks, but I am thinking she is going to get experience level up soon, and I don't really want the troubles that can come with a Rising Star event. I'd be okay with the Grand Vizier. In fact, that would be excellent. I can assign governors wherever I need them, but I don't want a coup event where the alternative is to become unpopular or have a rebellion or something, because I like my current monarch. He's got good stats, not as good as Zenobia, but he's age 23, he's a lot younger. My legitimacy isn't great, and I don't want to mess that up with another change of leader. And he's going to get better over time. And also, I don't have much use for judge right now. I've got plenty of civics. I've not got any urban buildings in need of upgrades. It's not really on my horizons right now. I'm not going for the 4 laws, so I don't really need the judge. Doesn't do much for me. The commander is very useful as a leader. So, yeah, in order to avoid this issue, what I'm going to do, I'm going to undo my assignment of Zenobia. I'm actually just going to... So what I'm going to do, I'm going to... let's see, I think there's a way to kick her out. Yeah. So that cost me 2 orders. That freezes her at 80 XP. She has 3 turns. If she goes into this city, she'll get 6 XP a turn. So that's 3 turns that I can use without leveling up. So I think I'd like to do that once I have 2 barracks. And then I'll put her in, I'll rush 2 officers. And then probably take her out again. I could rush Pacifics, 290. That's a thought. 290 for a religion? Let's do it. It's fine. And then next year I'll get a slinger. Let's see, I could put, say, 1 turn of production into it and save, let's save a bit of civics. Every turn of production you put into it up to 50% knocks an outsized amount of the cost here. So yeah, I think I'll do 1 turn of this, then I'll hurry it, then I'll go on to slingers. Okay, I'll send this over. Turn 39. We got a notification that Egypt started building the Oracle, which I'm surprised by. It's usually not the greatest wonder in a duel. You get an extra tech card in the hand, which is nice. He doesn't have... he only has 1 religion. I mean, this isn't why you get this wonder anyway. The culture would be nice. But free agent network in all holy cities, which is quite useful if you can get agent networks, i.e. if you have portcullis. If he's going portcullis, that means he's got the same plan as me, which wouldn't, on the one hand it wouldn't be too shocking given how many horses there are. On the other hand, I mean, he already has his own version of horse archers. But I guess the horsemen would combo very well with the light chariots and mounted lances. So it's not a bad idea for him to go to stirrups. Or maybe he's just going to portcullis only, just for the science. That might be reasonable, to be honest. But either way, yeah, that does hint he might be going portcullis. Sorry, it does hint he might be going for routing cavalry. So it's good that I have all these spears. It does make me, I was going for Judaism. I probably still will. But that could give him, if Judaism has a holy side in a different city, he'll give him yet another agent network. But I'm okay with that. I should do some scouting. Okay, looks like he might be advancing on this side. Oh gosh. So the oracle's being built here. I could destroy that oracle. Let's see, it would cost me 12, 13 orders. Plus another 8. That's 21. Plus another one, that's 22 orders. I have 20. So I'd have to buy 2 more. And the oracle... that'd be really funny. It's not such an expensive wonder at this part of the game. That'd be hilarious, but it'd be my whole turn. I'd have to spend a bunch of training. My units would be killed. My scout might also be killed. I don't think I should do it, but I do have the he's not a builder. Let's see, what's his heir? His heir's a hero. So that's not going to be rushed. There's 11 turns. And I do have chariots coming soon. I do have a Byreme coming out. So that would make an attack on this much more efficient in future. So I will keep that in mind. But not do it this turn. Now I do want to defend this Scythian encampment. Let's see. Let's poke in here. I don't see any axes. I don't see any light chariot. I mean, a light chariot could pounce out from back here, so I won't pay much stock in the light chariot situation. But let's see. Can I defend this? Probably I can. Let's see. My leader would warden. I'd want to put here. He's doing 3 damage. Let's put this guy here. No, he's got the commander bonus, so it would be 2 damage. Maybe I want to go here. Block that spot. Let's see. Let me do this one for now, but I can undo and change it. This guy I would put here. Promote to guard 3. He has 8 strength and defense. The 3 guards are, the commander has an infantry defense bonus, friendly family. There's even more because of he's on urban as infantry, which is plus 25%, which is an extra 1.25. So if he attacks, this has effectively like 9.5 strength. Yeah, his prestige here. Hero. 3 damage. I like this. Let's see this guy. 6 strength. That doesn't include the commander adjacency bonus, plus 20%. is an extra 1, so that would be defense 7. Could consider fierce. Let's see, I'm running out of orders, so I'll see my order situation. This guy, it says strength 6, but that doesn't include, he's a shield bearer against ranged attacks. He's got warden, so that's an extra 50% total from standing on this urban tile. So that would be 2.5. So that'd be 8.5 effective defense. So yeah, I think, yeah, at best he could maybe, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. He might be able to kill this spending a lot of orders, including bringing your chariot up. I do like putting this guy here though to prevent just to reduce the number of attack tiles. Yeah, I think I will do that. I might have spent some more training to get some more orders this time because there's a few other things that I want to do. A few thoughts include bringing this guy farther up. I think I should get the Byreme up because I may have to retreat from this position in a couple of turns, and so having a Byreme anchored in this area would be very useful. Yeah, this is really the beauty of Rome. These are strength 5 units, but I'm able to get so many promotions on them. I do want a Byreme. And a Slinger. I can either choose a Scythian wife or a patron's wife. In principle, I'd like the Scythian's wife in this situation, but she is upset with me, and I don't like that. And the minus 40 opinions from not taking the Scythian wife only lasts for 20 years, and it drops, by 2 every year. And my patron's opinion is quite bad right now. So I do want to marry them. I think that's a good wife. And I think I should buy an order in order to convert to Zoroastrianism. And that's probably going to be my turn. In principle, I'd like to move more units up or do more upgrades. I don't have too much money. The spearman wants to come up sooner rather than later. Yeah, this is the issue with going all the way out here. It costs me so much orders that because of the distance, there's not all that much I can do with the turn. But I think this is fairly safe. I think the worst he can do... He's showing weaker, so he can't have built many light chariots yet. I think the worst he could do is kill one of these units and put himself in a tricky spot. how would he kill? Let's see, he could get 6 damage from melee attacks. An extra 4, so that'd be 10 damage. So then he'd have to get 10 damage from light chariots. Maybe one would do 5. Maybe, yeah, one of them couldn't do 10 damage on this beefy boy. He'd have to use at least 2. This would cost him 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 orders. You'd have enough orders to do it. I am tempted to spend 100 training. Whoops. Just to move one more guy 1 space further up, so next time he could get into a useful position without a forced march, which would be even more expensive. Yeah, he doesn't have axes yet. He's a bit slow. Yeah, I like this. And yeah, the only thing remaining to decide is whether to rush this. Giving him 1 more agent network, but giving me another religion. Let's just do it. Let's do it. No economy this turn, which is sad. That's okay. My guess is he's going to retreat this turn. But we shall see. At the very least, this makes things interesting. Okay, I'll send it back. Turn 40. It looks like Egypt retreated for my show of force, which is good. Still shows as weaker. Well, it's active 5. Looks like he's going for his strength 8 unit. Or did he get epics? Yeah, makes sense. Okay. My brother could be a schemer or a commander. I am aiming for portcullis. Spymaster. Yeah, I've not got many schemers. Could be interesting. Commander. I think you'd only be able to be a commander on these guys. And we're not going to have all that many of these. So let's go with schema. I'll make the Queen Consort blessed. I got a event, well not an event, but at the start of the turn she became superstitious, which is quite annoying. But it's not a big deal. So it makes sense to offer a sacrifice to the gods make our superstitious wife become blessed. Might as well. Okay. Let's take another peek. Still not seeing any axe upgrades. This is still vulnerable. But I still think it's not wise to rush in there just yet. I do have lots of units, but that would really stretch me thin. I'll probably leave these here right for now. And I'll focus on economic moves and bringing things up for my back line. I'll pause the recording. Okay, I've prioritized getting new orders online, these camels, these elephants, because I really am feeling squeezed for orders. I've got a lot of work, not doing anything, and I'm not able to bring my forces to the front as fast as I'd like. This Byrene will help. I'll probably stick him there. I've advanced this unit further to the front, but I think this is safe for the next couple of turns. I've upgraded this spearman so that probably I'll wait until I get the anchor. No, I could anchor. No, I'll wait another turn. But yeah, I'll be able to reinforce quite quickly once the anchor is down. Yeah, that will really help with the order situation here. I should consider sending my scout along the coast to see what his naval situation is like, because I don't want to encounter a nasty surprise. And yeah, right now I have no range, so I'm prioritizing slingers for military. I've not yet decided whether I want to jump straight into chariots, or maybe do another round of slingers and keep the chariots as a bit of a surprise. Let's see, it's going to be 1000 tech to get those killed. That is 20 turns. That's a long way. I mean, it's going to be faster because my tech is going to be better, but it's going to be slower because I'll do other things. It's probably, yeah, I shouldn't wait on the chariots, I should just use them. Yeah, I'm happy with this present situation. Long may it continue. Turn 41. The Scythian camp upgraded, so they're now getting strength 5 units, which is excellent for them. 40 years till it turns into a bastion. It's time to bring this Byrene out. Anchor. This will help a lot. And there's no need to move any more guys forward until I have that naval movement. Regarding religion, in the Patrons family, the oligarch is the only one with a religion, and that's now Zoroastrianism. No one else is religious, and so I think it's only a matter of time until they convert. The Julius family has a lot of pagans. So this is going to be a bit of work. The oligarch is very old, so there's not much point focusing on her. But I can start converting these younger people, and that might be worthwhile. Because once they've converted to Zoroastrianism, they'll get so many civics. So let's convert the youngest pagan. Okay, yeah, so I did a mix of some military moves, a bunch of economic moves. I moved my scout up a little bit, and I influenced King Agar of the Scythians. I'm happy with that. Let's send it over. Turn 42, discovered spoked wheel. The patrons converted to Zora, which is excellent. My brother is educated, so even more science. Love that. The patriarch of Zoroastrianism at age 34 is severely ill, which is very unfortunate. I think death comes if he dies. Then I think this mission doesn't complete, which is annoying. But at least I managed to get the patrons over while he was alive. Let's hope his successor, if he does die, will be just as amenable. Looks like the moose is still being quiet. For research, I'm glad that aristocracy and mill drill were split up. That means I can get a quick mill drill, then a quick aristocracy. I'll do my legacy. I'm very happy with this. Egypt has come up to similar, so I can only assume he's pumping out light chariots, and ooh, he's up to 6 laws. What's the new one? Tyranny. Yep. So he's going to have his power spike very soon. It's likely he'll be stronger than me for some time. So this position might become untenable. But that's okay, that's not a big deal. I think the defensive situation is good enough that even if he does have a power advantage, I'll still be fine. I'll be able to defend the line with my weaker base units, but with lots of promotions and with lots of units. But I think it is time to do a lot of scouting. Let's go. Okay, it looks like he's worried about me attacking. 8 years left there, so it might be worth rushing out a chariot. Let's just take a look. That would cost me 330. Probably one chariot wouldn't be enough. I'd hope that 2 is enough. I mean, it's on a hill. And let's see how much a militia does. I'm hesitant to rush out 2 chariots to take this out, just in case 2 isn't enough and it needs 3. We'll see. Let's keep going. I should check these. I think these notifications point out if one of his scouts has been doing something similar. I've not been paying attention to that. But it looks like he's not staging to attack just yet. So I don't need to spend all 5 orders coming here. I'll definitely move part way at least. But, I'll see what other moves I have to do in the meantime. I'm going to pause it. Yeah, it's very clear that he has some light chariots around, given that we're similar in strength, but he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strength 4 units visible, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strength 5 units, 1, 2 strength 4 units, a strength 3 unit, a strength 6 boat. So I don't want to, I can do a lot of damage if I advance in here, even more than it shows because I'll get the commander bonus. But I don't want to do that until I have a sense of his cavalry strength. Because it would cost me a lot of orders, it would be a big commitment. And I think I'm happy about my long-term situation. Again, I've got an excellent economy. I've been spending a lot of time developing, getting lots of specialists. I've got 2 more cities than he does, so I've got 2 more production queues. I've got 2 world religions. He's got 2 wonders, but they're both weak. His advantage is over the next. I imagine by turn 50 he's going to have his 7th law. So he's going to have a strong power spike, which may well force me to retreat. But I think with my numbers, with my leader archetype, with the terrain, I should be able to hold the line here. And so I'm quite happy. I don't feel I have a need to take a big risk in attack. I'm quite happy to play conservatively. A little less conservative than before. I do need to start pumping out more units, especially ranged units. But, you know, these 3 cities, for instance, can just keep being economically focused. The one thing is I would like to get a Zoroastrian disciple and send it over here where I have amazing growth. Let's see, I think I can hurry that. Might be worth just putting, say, 2 turns into it and then hurry it. Yeah, otherwise of course I'd like to make one here, but it's autonomous rule city. 5 science, that's 10% of my science from the autonomous rule. Okay, I'll play the rest of this offline, I think.